力の差を教えてやる。
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy the Death Smasher, and surprise surprise, we are back with another tier list. And this time around, we are going to be ranking every single one of the 1000-Year Blood War units, the Can't Fear World units, and the movie banner units, all together in this one big tier list on who you should actually go around to link slot. So before getting started, I want to say two things. For starters, I would like to thank you guys for the support on the Who Is Better videos that I pumped out, because I did one for Zombie Toshiro and Banken and one for Nemu and 1000-Year Blood War Toshiro. Because the videos have received so much success, and has been way more successful than my previous videos, it's going to be a definitive series. And I thank you, the fans, for making it a thing. I will actually continue that series and actually enjoy it and bring out more content. And secondly, I would like to say shoutouts to Smoothie for making this video possible, because recently, whenever I go onto Tier Maker to even make my own tier list, my browser or any other internet browsers that I use, it always fucks up on trying to make a tier list. The images wouldn't load, and I just wasn't able to make my own tier lists for whatever stupid reason. So I couldn't do them anymore, so I had to rely on other sources to do tier lists, and I got a friend that helped me out to do it. So thank you again, Smoothie. This video wouldn't have been possible without you. Big shout outs to you. So anyways, let us begin. So we're gonna start off. So these are basically the tiers. We've got as must instantly link slot 10 10 10, which is basically the category where you would actually want to link slot. A, recommended, where you can just take your time. B, don't recommend, but I don't blame you if you do. Basically, the units I really don't recommend, but if you decide to link slot them, it's completely understandable because they have their own value and uses. C, not recommended, and F, Lamau fuck no, meaning that you shouldn't even bother doing it. Anyways, let's just go ahead and start off directly. Now, 1000-Year Blood War Toshiro, who was one of the first manga units, he goes into S tier. If you guys have him and don't have him at 10 10 10, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing with your lives on BBS. This is a unit you should do. He's still one of the best holo killers out there for power, even though Nemu came out. He's got freeze on everything, he's got weakened defense, he has fast activation times, amazing kit. It's a unit you must do. 1000-Year Blood War Shunsui, he's going into the recommended tier list. I would put him into S tier if he had debilitating status ailments, but he's going to stay into A tier because, okay, his SP is somewhat outdated because he has 737 base SP, and his strong attacks don't do anything but damage. But that being said, his kit is amazing. His first is a lunge, second is basically a 160 mag strong attack but has range collision. So yeah, and his third is full screen, and his special can inflict insta-kill. It has a small chance of it blocking, but it'll be a lifesaver for Senkaimon quests, and he's an overall amazing unit. Do link slot him if you don't have any other better holo killers for his speed. He's amazing. Now, Byakuya, I'm gonna have to put him into B tier, because this is not a unit I actually recommend link slotting, as there are better Oranko killers out there for tech. But I don't blame you guys if you do link slot him, because for starters, it's Byakuya. And secondly, he is actually a very well done hybrid unit. Even though he doesn't have the best stats and skills, if you build him correctly, you can basically do IZ like as if he were a frenzy character, because giving him a badge with a Shinkaisen link, Stark as a link, and a 14% recharge link, he will perform just as good as a typical banner unit that you would expect that has frenzy, and will do incredible damage towards Orankers. Should you decide to link slot him, get him 10 10 10, and run him with a bait, pill, and lieutenant's badge on that Byakuya. Just use Shinkaisen, Stark, and a 14% recharge link. Big example, Soi Fon. Sajin, I'm also gonna have to place him into B tier. There's just so many better normal attack damage units than Sajin that we even have 2 in the premium summons that are actually way better than Sajin for autoing, being actually kind of 3, but you know what? This is more of a captain category. Being Vassalord Ichigo. I mean, okay, he's not a captain, but he still has Flurry, and of course Shunsui. And they're just way better at him for autoing. But if you guys do decide to link slot Sajin, I don't blame you guys, because he still hits hard with his normal attacks, despite his kit not being able to do much, and his special only basically giving him a bit more reach in his normal attacks. But he's still okay. He's still good unit. Just not the best. And that's all of Manga Round 1. So now we're moving into Movie 1, which comes after 1000 Year Blood War Round 1. So, Senna. I'm gonna have to put her into B tier, because there's just so many better power holo killers in the game that we even have Red Aizen that is in the premium summons, and that has just about the same kit as her, and is better than her, and has a way faster kit than her. But that being said, should you guys decide to link slot her, I don't actually blame you guys if you do link slot her, because she is still a good character. She still has Vortex, and she still has a good 3rd strong attack. She's got Havoc, and to compensate for not having any debilitating status ailments, she does have weakened defense on her special. So once you use up your special, you will still be able to do extra damage to the mobs and the boss, which is still good. Ichigo, I'm gonna have to put him onto the same tier. He has a great kit. He's got a good link. He has great skills. He just lacks 2 things: debilitating status ailment, and he doesn't have devastation. So he will not be able to nuke anything unless he is like 5 out of 5 special with attention tie, which then you're not even gonna make him 5 out of 5 special. He's mainly just a 14% recharge link for hearts, which is kind of troublesome. Unless you have like what, fucking 10 of them? I don't know, man. That's a different discussion. But yeah, Ichigo, if you guys do decide to link slot him, I don't blame you guys, because he is still pretty good, just not the best. There are better holo killers out there. Mugetsu. But yeah, you get the point. There are better holo killers than him, and if you guys have better holo killers, you should be doing them instead of Ichigo. Anyways, moving on. Ganru, no. I don't really recommend link slotting him, because he has little to no crowd control. He is only a NAD unit with really shit strong attacks, and he doesn't have poise, meaning that he's not going to be good for autoing. Like, there's just so many better speed units that can auto. We got Shad, we got Broken for autoing. He only does damage, and his kit doesn't do anything. It doesn't inflict any status ailments. Well, it does. He has paralysis on his 2nd and 3rd strong attack, but not on his special or his NAD string, making him not great for autoing. He does damage, I will say that. He was the first unit to get a 50 bruiser with a 20 NAD link, but now that we have better choices, he's not good anymore. Now we're done with movie 1, and we will now move on with 1000 Year Blood War Round 2, which we got by New Year's of 2017. So let's just go and get started. Retsu, she has lost a lot of value in PvP. But that being said, should you get her 5 out of 5, you can still use her in PvP and she'll do just fine, just not for the higher seats. And overall, she's still one of the best auto units. So she is going into A tier because she still has Flurry, she still has a high attack stat. She can heal on her 2nd strong attack, she's got poise, and her special has a chance to inflict insta-kill. So even though she does not have any debilitating status elements, the fact alone that she does a shit ton of damage, and the fact that she can heal, means that she is still worthy of being link slottable. Okay, look, she is still great in PvE, and is actually very good in co-op, should you decide to bring her. Because not only will you be hitting hard with your normal attack damage, you can back up and heal your teammates, like as if it was nothing, and tank like the goddess she is. So yeah, Retsu is one that I do recommend link slotting. Now Banken, I will say this about Banken. If Zombie Toshiro didn't come out, I'd actually put him onto B tier. Because it's Kenpachi, there aren't that many great Ronker killers that are captain affiliated. But now that we have Zombie Toshiro, he's going into C tier. I do not recommend link slotting Bankai Kenpachi at all, unless you've got nothing better to do for Mind and it's a manga unit that you want to do. But other than that, I don't recommend link slotting him. He's lost a lot of value now. You're only going to be using him as a support unit in Guild Quest should he be a bonus. He's lost way too much value. He's lost just as much value as Sajin, except the only difference is Sajin, he can still auto. Kenpachi, no, just don't. Yachiru, don't even bother link slotting. No. She's got no frenzy, she's got no killer. She has a bad kit, very bad damage, and she only nukes. She's just a 14% recharge link. Don't even fucking bother. And now we're done with round 2. Movie 2. Okay, so where do we begin? No, fuck no. Don't even bother link slotting Kusaka. He was good in PvP when he came out, but now we've got Noitora going around in PvP. We've got Vastalorde Ichigos going around in PvP. We've got Yuhobos still running around in PvP. And his special is in full screen, so he's not even going to be able to get the whole map and nuke, even though he has bombardment and has damage reduction. And yeah, he's a 40% bruiser unit with no good killer. He's got captain killer. He was mainly meant to be used in PvP, but now you're going to use him as a link. Except you're not even going to use this bitch as a link. You're going to use Zangetsu as a link, then Kusaka. I'm sorry, but Kusaka just no. Don't even use him. Don't even use him. The DR links you want to use are just excuse me, Grimjow, Jushiro, and Zangetsu. That's all you want to use for Noitora. Toshiro, where do I place him? Because I'm gonna say this right now. The thing about Toshiro is he has a decent kit, even though his first has range collision, second is good, and his third is the charge strong attack, which can vary from person to person of how he feels about this Toshiro. But his special is not full screen, so it will not nuke the entire map. So, you know, I don't blame you guys if you actually link slot this Toshiro. I really don't. But there are better units. Tag Team Mikaku is way more worth than Toshiro. At least in my opinion. Alright, moving along. We got Yin and Yang. No, don't link slot them. They're not really worth the link slots. I mean, okay, they can auto, but we've got better power units that can auto. We've got Weaken. We've got Past Retsu. We got the new Ginrei, so again, there's just way better units that can auto and are better NAD units. So yeah, and that's what I think about Yin and Yang. Now up next we have round 3 of the 1000-year Blood War characters, which comes right around April, I believe. Yeah, April or some shit. I don't remember. But anyway, starting off with Ichigo, this guy is actually a unit that I actually do recommend link slotting. That being said, he doesn't have a good killer like Retsu, and he lacks poise and damage reduction, but for PvE, he is still a monster. He is a ranged flurry unit for tech. He's mainly meant for being used in PvE than PvP, considering he has normal attack damage link as his base soul trait. Can penetrate. He is the first NAD unit that is actually able to penetrate through enemies, and his kit even has good crowd control, with his first strong attack being able to push back enemies, second being a crawling vortex, and his third being full screen, which is amazing for guard breaking. And his special excuse me, and his special can also inflict weakened defense. So once you use the special, you'll be able to do way more damage against the boss, which is really, really, really useful about this Ichigo. So if you guys do get him, he's worth the link slots. Now up next we have Manga Renju. Now he's not as good as Toshiro because his third is a charged strong attack and he lacks debilitating status ailments. But he is still by far one of the best Oranka killers out there for power, and that is actually worth investing link slots on. He is amazing. He's got great kit. He's actually really fun to use in co-op. I will say this. He is really, really fun, and his special does have an insta-kill mechanic, which is actually good. So kudos to Caleb for making this unit good. He is still the best Renji out there. And Speed Renji, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, bitch. I know you're still not amazing. Anyways, moving along. Rukia also goes into A tier. She's got good kit. The only problem about Rukia is she doesn't have recharge. And her second strong attack is somewhat iffy because it only hits when you get close to it. Like, you really need to get close with that second strong attack. But she's got a great first strong attack, and her third is great. She is also immune to freeze, and once you use her special, she will surround herself in a nice little crawling vortex, allowing you to do more damage to enemies and bosses, and give you the upper hand, and also be able to freeze. So Rukia is good. She's worth the link slots. If you guys don't have her, if you guys have her but don't have her link slotted, this is a unit that is actually worth doing. Up next are the Hellverse characters, being Ichigo, Kokuto, and Shuren. So let me just go ahead and start off directly with Ichigo. Ichigo, he's not really... I don't recommend link slotting this Ichigo whatsoever, because he has so many problems as a normal tech damage unit, and Yin and Yang is actually better than Ichigo. So for starters, okay, he has a 50 bruiser, 25 Nadling, cool. He's got debilitating weakening on his third and his special, cool. Where does his problems go? No poise. He's got no damage reduction, and most of all, he lacks long reach. Yeah, a unit that doesn't have poise lacks long reach, which is really bad. You need to get really close and personal to the enemy to even do damage. Like, fucking Ganryu has long reach. Why doesn't Ichigo have long reach? It makes no sense. And that unit that doesn't have poise and doesn't have long reach and is melee makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, but even Hiyori is better than Ichigo. Because at least Hiyori, yes, she lacks long reach, but guess what? She has Flurry and Poise, making her better than Ichigo. So if you get hit, you won't be staggered. And she has better crowd control as well. So yeah, Ichigo, not worth the link slots. I will say that right now. Kokuto, he goes into S tier. Now, he doesn't have any debilitating status ailments, but hold on. He is still by far one of the best speed Soul Reaper killers in the game. He's got an insane kit. He's very useful in Senkaimon quests. He's got debilitating weakening on his third strong attack, and on his special, he can inflict paralysis. He's got one of the best kits out there, and I don't think there's that many Soul Reaper killers that is better than Kokuto. We just have Aro Nieto, who is actually on the same league as Kokuto. Oh wait, fuck! I actually spoiled you guys, didn't you? Huh? Didn't I? Huh? Well, I guess at least you guys know where Aro Nieto is going. But yeah, Kokuto, still worth the link slots. Get him 10/10 if you have him. If you don't have him 10/10, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. Plain and simple. Shuren, no, okay, yeah, not fuck no, because that'd be way too harsh, but not recommended, because there's just way better units out there for you to link slot. We got better Soul Reaper killers and stuff. Like, even Manga Byakuya is actually a better hybrid unit. Yes, he has a 40% Bruiser and 40% Berserker and has higher stats than Byakuya, but the main problem about Byakuya is that his first strong attack has ranged collisions, so the damage will be very, 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 very inconsistent, and it's not backed up by a full stamina damage boost. So technically, Byakuya is still going to do more damage than Shuren, which is fucking insane. How good are you, Byakuya? How good are you as a hybrid unit? How good are you? So yeah, that's my overall opinion on Shuren. Don't link slot him; he's not worth it. Up next, we have Dark Rukia. I'm gonna have to put her into B tier. Yes, my opinion on Dark Rukia has actually changed a lot, and I think I treated her a bit too harshly when I did the technique character tier list. I think I felt I was way too harsh. I am gonna remake that once we get more characters throughout the year of 2019 and 2020, but I can't tell you guys when I'm doing that. Dark Rukia, She's not worth the link slots, but I don't blame you guys if you decide to invest link slots on her, because for starters, she's Dark Rukia, and secondly, she's still got debilitating weakening on all of her strong attacks, despite her first being somewhat iffy and her third being a charged strong attack. So if you do link slot Dark Rukia, I actually don't blame you guys. I really don't. Now up next we have Homon and Shizuku. They're not really worth the link slots because I'm gonna summarize it. They're both mad units, but they both have problems. Homona, who is a ranged character, aka the female bitch, her normal attack damage string cannot penetrate through the enemies, which is stupid. Really, really stupid. And her strong attacks are good. Her strong attacks are good, but her normal attack damage string isn't. Shizuku, he also has great strong attacks. The problem is that, well, his reach is shit. Like, Yin and Yang have way more reach than Shizuku, which is stupid. And he has long reach, like, what the hell? Oh yeah, also, another reason why I decided to put in Yin and Yang on not recommend. Okay, so other than the fact that there are better characters that are way more suited for autoing for power, another thing is that they like debilitator. Like, they have burn and freeze. Oh, okay, no, not on the burn and freeze. Burn and paralysis, but they like debilitator, so it's not gonna last for a long time, and their special doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's why I'm placing them on C, so excuse me for not explaining the reason beforehand. Kisuke also is gonna go onto not recommended because, dude, we have a unit called Pasretsu. Use her. And he has the same problem as Homura. That his normal type damage string doesn't penetrate through enemies except his last string, but the last string also divides the damage it does into 3 strings and doesn't, like, it's just stupid. It just really is. And he does have good crowd control, but again, there are just way better power units. And he does have debilitating paralysis on his first strong attack, third strong attack, and his special. While Homon and Shizuku have debilitating weakening on everything. I don't think he's worth the link slot, so yeah. That's movie 3 for you. I don't know what to say. Only Dark Rukia was good. These two not really the best, which is kind of sad. So now we will move on to Manga Round 4, which was supposedly the last batch of manga characters, and then we didn't get any new limited banners until April when Camp Your Own World Round 1 came out. So let me just go ahead and start off. True Bankai Ichigo is a unit that you should link slot. He is basically Flyzen for Heart. He's got Frenzy. His second strong attack can boost, but hold on. Let me stop you right there. His second strong attack turns him into the Horn of Salvation form. And to top it all off, his magnifications change from doing 120% to 140%. And because he has recharge, you can make it an infinite boost. And he has an overall amazing kit. He is also immune to being paralyzed and weakened, which is amazing. He doesn't do any status elements, but this unit is fucking amazing. If you guys haven't, do link slot him. Now, Yuha is the disappointment of the banner. Now, if he didn't have any use in PvP, you actually go into the not recommended. Like, that's how far I would actually place Yuha. But that being said, he's actually going to go into B tier. He's going into B tier because, okay, he is shit in PvE. He lacks killer. He doesn't have Frenzy and only has a 50% Berserker and a 30% Bruiser. His kit is really bad with having range collision on his first and second strong attack. He misses and has a terrible hitbox. But that being said, he is still great in PvP. You can dominate the battlefield once you get the Soul Bomb because he has Bombardment. Once you basically get the Soul Bomb, it's basically game over for every single captain that Yuha faces against in PvP. He has damage reduction for that reason, and he is ranged for that reason. He is basically a Soul Bomb sniper for PvP. He doesn't have Flurry, but he is still a great glass cannon, and I don't blame you guys if you do decide to link slot him. There are better PvP characters, but he is actually good and is actually going to stay in PvP for a very long time unless they decide to pointlessly put in a Yuha counter, which, to be honest, that would be just pointless. It just would be. So, up next we have Manga Yoruichi. I'm gonna have to put her into S tier because, okay, her first strong tag doesn't hit well, but here's the thing. She's still by far one of the best speed units to bring into Guild Quest. Like, okay, her first strong tag doesn't hit what's in front of her, but just get in the middle of the mobs, and you'll still be able to hit just fine. Her second strong attack is amazing, and her third strong attack is amazing, and when you use her special, you go into her Thunder God form, resetting all of your strong attacks, and your normal attack damage string turns into a lunging normal attack damage string, which is like as if she has lung stride. What should you decide to spam the normal attack damage string, which is insane. Yoruichi is worth the link slots. She just is. Now Kisuke, he's going to go into A tier because he is not the best tech unit for manga, but he is actually he actually is the best tech unit for manga. He's not the overall best tech unit in the game, but he is still pretty amazing despite having hitbox problems with his first strong attack. Second strong attack is good, and his third is full screen. But the thing that makes him a really amazing asset is the fact that his special can revive. So once you use that special, you can basically bring yourself back to life and any of your allies that die with 50% of your health restored, making him that much of a great unit to bring into co-op. This guy is not one that you should mess around with, and I actually do recommend investing link slots into him. So yeah, that's Kisuke for ya. Now, we are finally done with the first 4 manga round characters, and now we shall move on to Can't Fear Own World round 1, which we got back in April. So starting off with Hikone, he's gonna go into S tier directly. Must instantly link slot 10-10-10. Okay, he doesn't replace Soi Fon, even though he has Long Stride and Sprinter +2, but he is still by far one of the best mind units that have Soul Reaper Killer. He's got debilitating weakening on everything, and he is immune to paralysis. This guy is really fast, he can dodge shit, and he has a really great kit with his strong attacks. Nad String is pretty bad. It's slow and doesn't have a lot of reach, but he's still a great unit. I will say that much. He is an amazing unit. So yeah, that's Hikone for you. Rimjo, he's gonna go on B tier. I don't recommend link slotting this unit, but if you decide to do so, I actually don't blame you, because it's Grimjow and he doesn't have the best kit. I will say that. His first is range collision, but doesn't have the best range, and it's way more linear than Quincy Ichigo's. Second strong attack is good, and his third strong attack should have been a fucking full screen attack. Just why is it charged and doesn't have the best radius? I don't know. I really do not know. But he's still fun to play it with. So if you guys do get him link slot him, I don't blame you guys if you decide to do so. So yeah, that's Grimjow. And now with Nell, she's going into S tier because right now she is a queen for just about everything. She's great at autoing, she's great at PvE, she is good in PvP, and she is actually very good in Guild Quest. She's a unit that has an 80% bruiser with a Rancor Killer. She's got weakening on everything, and she also has strong tech recharge on her soul trait, which is mainly to benefit for her vortex that surrounds her. And her normal attack damage string is a lunging normal attack damage string, meaning that she basically already has fucking long stride, except it's permanent. Unlike Manga Yoruichi, where you have to transform into a Thunder God form, she has it permanent, and you'll be able to clear rooms very fast with her, which is why she's very hard to hit against. So yeah, and she also has poise, so she's a great autoing unit. So yeah, that's no for you. Up next we have Noitora. I'm definitely gonna have to put him into S tier. instantly link slot 10 10 10 because he is a great unit for autoing. He's still one of the best mind units to auto in the game. He's got debilitating paralysis on everything. He's got flurry and poise. The one thing that he lacks is long range. That is the only thing he lacks, but he has poise, so it almost doesn't really matter if you get hit. Like, you're still gonna do damage and you're still gonna hit it hard, and you won't get staggered in any way, shape, or form. And he is still by far the overall king of PvP. If you have him 5 out of 5, get him transcended. If you have potions, get him 10 10 10. In any way, shape, or form, he is actually worth the link slots. I'll say that much for Noitora. Do get him link slotted. Now, up next, we have Yami. I'm gonna have to put him into recommended because he doesn't have damage reduction, but he is great. He's a great unit that has flurry, even though his normal attack damage string has range collision. But he does have flurry and poise. He's got Hollow Killer, and all of his strong attacks and his special have a chance to inflict burn. And just his second strong attack is bad for crowd control, but he is an overall beast for PvE. I will say that much about Yami. He is great. And yeah. Now up next we have Zamari. Now I gotta say, he's gonna go into B tier. I treated him bad as well, but for link slotting, okay, for PvE he's not great. For PvP, of course, you're not gonna use him. So where's his main use? It's actually in Guild Quest, believe it or not. Now, even though, of course, he's mainly best to be used as a level 1 Vortex because, of course, he's got Long Stride, Frenzy, and his second strong attack has a Vortex. So you'll be able to rack up combos and be able to use him as a kind of car, like a transportation device or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But him, if you decide to link slot him, he is actually pretty good in Guild Quest. He will work also as a main runner, because I have been able to get 180k with Zamari a good couple of times, even 182k for that matter. He's actually really good in Guild Quest, so I gotta say my opinion on Zamari has changed a lot, but he is still not amazing for PvE. For Guild Quest though, he is great. He is amazing. I'll say that much, even though Soi Fon is still better than Zamari. So yeah, that's the entirety of Can For Your Own World Round 1 and Can For Your Own World Round 2. At least overall what I think. So up next, we have the return of Manga. Manga Round 5. And did they disappoint? They somewhat did. They actually are somewhat disappointing, but it's just one character at the end of the day. At least they didn't really decide to go like fucking Yuha, where they don't give the unit Frenzy, which was just retarded. So, Aizen, where am I gonna place him right now? I'm gonna have to place him into B tier. I don't recommend link slotting him, but if you guys do decide to link slot Aizen, I really don't blame you guys, because he still works in PvE. He's got Last Stitch as a secondary soul trait. He's got Star Barrier plus 10, even though he's actually also useful in PvP because he has Star Barrier plus 10, now that I think about it. And he's got weakening on everything. His first strong attack, it's basically like Can For Your Own World Grimjow, but better. Like, it does have range collision and has a bit more range. His second strong attack is a Crawling Vortex, and his third is a Charged Strong Attack, which, by the way, final phase of that third strong attack, it takes fucking 23 seconds to charge up, which is annoying, but you can use the normal charged up third strong attack, which is basically 900 radius, but will still hit hard. I enjoy using this Aizen. He's by far one of my favorite units in the game, but even I will admit that there are just way better Hollow Killers for you to link slot from Mind than Aizen. Like, we've got the new Koga, who is actually better than Aizen, and we still have TLA Shinji, who is still amazing. So yeah, that's my overall thought on Aizen. Okay, we got him. I'm actually glad we got him, because we were long overdue for fucking Aizen, but he should have been better. Like, this is not the Aizen we expected. Alright, so up next we have Bankayama. He's going to go into S tier directly. He is a unit that actually do link slot instantly. His first strong attack is the same as Red Aizen, where it has insane range and will be able to clear out mobs really fast. His second strong attack is a widespread attack like Kokuto and Toshiro. And yeah. His third is a full screen, and when you use his special, he surrounds himself in a 50-hit vortex full of fire and will be able to annihilate enemies with ease, and he is immune to being burned and frozen. That's how good this Yama is. He is amazing. Up next, we have Soi Fon. Soi Fon, also, I'm gonna have to put her onto S tier. Okay, yeah, we have Retsu. I know I could put Retsu onto S tier, but Soi Fon is just one of those units you actually want to use. You want a link slot because she's great in Guild Quest. She is amazing in PvE. You're not going to be using her for PvP because she has Flurry. She's got Poise. She has a slightly higher attack stat than Retsu. And here's where it changes. She's got a Ranker Killer, and her second strong attack is basically the same as True Bankai Ichigo. She transforms and boosts herself for 20 seconds. I forgot to mention that also Noitora can transform, but only for 10 seconds because he doesn't have Enhancer. While Soi Fon, she has Enhancer, so the transformation will last for 20 seconds, and you'll be able to do mad damage with Soi Fon. Now that Transcendence is here, I'm really curious to see how much damage will Soi Fon do. I can't wait to see what BBS tubers are going to bring out to the table once they decide to fully transcend Manga Soi Fon. But overall, she is an amazing unit. I was completely wrong when I found out that she did not get Long Stride or Frenzy. I was completely wrong about that, and she is still an amazing unit. K-Lab surprised me big time with this Soi Fon. So yeah, and now we're back with Camp Your Own World because we got a back-to-back limited banner, and this time it was Camp Your Own World Round 3. Unlike 1000 Year Blood War Round 5, all 3 characters are amazing and have their own perks. So where am I going to rank these? Stark is definitely going to go into S tier because this is a unit that you do want to link slot. He is by far, without a doubt, the best ranged tech unit in the game. He's got Havoc 20%, he's got Frenzy, Debilitating Burn on everything, and is immune to burn itself. And none of his attacks have ranged collision. So all of Stark's attacks, he will do consistent damage. Unlike 1000 Year Blood War Aizen, where he has ranged collision on his first and will not be able to do very consistent damage. Like, Aizen is very inconsistent when it comes to using his first and second strong attack. So yeah, Stark goes on to S tier. If you have him, I do recommend link slotting him. Now Zalaparo, he's going to go into A tier. The reason why he's in A tier instead of S tier is simply because he's more of a Vortex unit, but that being said, he is amazing. He also has the same mechanic as Kisuke, where he can actually revive, and his first is a beam move, making him actually better than Ulquiorra. But of course, they could have given him something else instead of Vortex for his second strong attack, but he's still great. He's worth the link slots. Not insanely, but honestly, if you guys had Hikone is still more worth the link slots than Zalaparo. I can say that much. Aronieto, he's going to go into S tier because he is amazing on a lot of aspects. He is amazing in GQ as a Vortex unit. He's got weakening on all of his attacks. He's got an insane kit. And his special not only inflicts weakening, but can heal your teammates, which is overall really good. And you can actually build him for PvP and make him one of the most tankiest motherfuckers in PvP and make him just as good as Yuha as a glass cannon in PvP. I don't have Aronieto, and I do wish to get him, but right now I don't really care too much about Aronieto. I care more about Nell. So yeah, that's Camp Your Own World Round 3. And up next, we have the return of 1000 Year Blood War yet again, with the new Round 6 units, which are Mayuri, finally, Nemu, and Zombie Toshiro. So let's start off with Mayuri. He's gonna go into A tier, because yes, he has a good kit. He is immune to all status ailments and has debilitating paralysis on all of his attacks, which is amazing, and also has weakened defense. So why isn't he not in S tier? Simply put, his kit is not as great as True Bankai Ichigo, where his third strong attack is full screen. His first, yes, it is a great lunge, but it doesn't move himself too forward to the enemies, which is kind of annoying. And his second is good, but not that great, but I do think it's good. But overall, I think Mayuri does deserve to be an A tier. He is worth the link slots, but True Bankai Ichigo takes the spotlight way more than Mayuri. And I do feel like he is kind of the shafted of the banner. Up next, Nemu. She's gonna go into S tier directly, because she is basically the modern day Toshiro without the fact that she doesn't have any debilitating status ailments. But the one thing that makes her amazing is the fact that she has Havoc, she has insane range in those strong attacks, she's got Frenzy, and her special has a chance to revive your allies. So if you die once you use the special, you do come back with 50% of your health, and which makes Nemu one of the most best power units in the game. If you pull her, you have yourself one of the best holo killers in the game, period. And she's actually worth the link slots. And would I say that she's better than Toshiro? No, but would I say that Toshiro is better than Nemu? No, they both have their own unique features, and they both have their own pros and cons. They're in the same tier between each other. Just as I feel with Kokuto and Aroniro, they're in the same tier. Same thing with Yoruichi and Bankayama. They're in the same tier. And up next, Zombie Toshiro, who is the last of the Manga Round 6 units. He's gonna go into A tier. I'm gonna put him into A tier because I feel like if his third strong attack was full screen, I'd put him into S tier instantly. I'd actually put him there, but for now he's gonna stay in A tier. He's an amazing unit. He is great, but a lot of people may not like that third strong attack, but he is still amazing in my personal opinion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Now, will I be doing more tier lists in the future? I'll see, but do expect more good content coming your way. So yeah, this has been your boy the Death Smasher, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, lads.